I really wish I could have done things a little different. And maybe Gracie would have still been alive. And maybe she didn't have to suffer a very cruel fate going to that campsite called R.O.D. But I know what it really stands for, and it's really disgusting. And the fact that her own mother played a part in it, but I guess because she's a high up politician, she gotta keep her image squeaky clean, even if it means sacrificing her own daughter. Now, let me start off by saying, I know Gracie's no angel. She's done drugs, she's smoked, she's drank, she's had sex, she's snuck out of the house, all at the age of 17. And I really do want her to get help, but not in this way. And I hate her mother, because her mother didn't care about her. She only cared about herself. This happened about 6 months ago. I got a letter from Gracie. And in that letter, she wrote something horrific that happened to her and the reason why she couldn't contact us. This is what the letter said. Dear anyone who happens to read this, my mother forced me to go to this camp for troubled teens called R.O.D. But let me tell you right now, this is a cult. I've seen really horrible things here, and I want to go home. But I know it's not going to happen. So when I first came to this camp, it started off with me meeting my counselors and everyone else. The first day seemed nice. We went swimming. We talked about, how we can better our lives. On the second day of R.O.D. camp, things took a turn for the worse. While we were all sitting at the campsite, counselors and higher-ups caught 2 teenage girls having sex with one another. And immediately, this is when R.O.D.'s true intentions came out. They grabbed the girls and tied them up. All the counselors stand around them in a circle. And then the higher up slit their necks open and then held their bleeding necks down into a bucket. Then the counselor manager said something to all of us that made us very frightened.
I want to let all you troubled teens on a little secret. The name R.O.D. is an acronym, and it stands for Repent or Die. Let me tell you what that means. Wherever someone commits a sin at this campsite, they either repent by losing one of their limbs, or if they don't want to lose any of their limbs, they die. Now, see these 2 teenage girls? They committed a really big sin, and that's why they were sacrificed. They had the opportunity to repent, but they didn't want to do that. Anyone here breaks that rule, you guys will be repenting. If you can't repent, you die. Also, I want to thank every single last one of y'all parents, because I know all of them are politicians, and y'all's behavior really affects them trying to move up in the ranks. So that's why they keep money funding this program, because it helps to make them look good. So whenever one of you guys act up, they can toss you guys in here, and they can act like y'all never exist.
After the ceremony, I was even more scared. Scared than I ever been before. I had packed some cigars with me because my nerves were getting to me. And I made the dumb decision to smoke it by the woods. When I started smoking them, a counselor came out and smelled it. Then the manager of the counselor place came in, who was the higher up, and he grabbed me by my neck and took me to R.O.D.'s ritual ground, where if any teen sins, they either have to repent by losing a limb or they die. While I was brought over there to the campsite to start the ritual, I could see all the other counselors looking at me with an evil grin. I knew this was it. I was gonna die. Then the manager of the place asked me,
Gracie, do you want to lose a limb, or do you want to die? Repent or die.
I told him neither. And I was able to get his hands off of me because he was using his hands to trap me. I ran and ran until I landed in a place where it was just all woods. And this is where I'm sitting at right now, writing you this letter. I'm not going to be able to make it. They're going to eventually find me, and they're going to have me killed. I miss everyone back home. To all my friends and loved ones, except my mom, I love y'all. And please keep me in your memory. And also expose this company. Or take it down. Anyone. I beg of you. Love, Gracie. That letter was from 6 months ago when I read it. Now I'm on my way to take care of this camp known as Repent or Die. This is so cruel and so fucked up. I'm gonna save all those teens, and then we're gonna expose everyone who was involved. I just hate you, Gracie, had to be a sacrifice for this to happen. Please, Gracie, rest well.